Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot.
Okay, so we've got an open beer bottle falling out of the car, and he says he only had one glass of champagne. Classic. But here's the kicker. Those field sobriety test numbers, they're not great. 4 out of 6 clues on HGN. That's enough to raise eyebrows in any courtroom. Oh, and that breathalyzer, 143 and .135, way over the legal limit in Texas, which is .08. Let me know in the comments, do you think he was telling the full truth here?
Forward one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 28th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a crash, and Houston Fire Department was transporting the complainant to the hospital. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and asked for insurance. The officer observed a long neck beer bottle fall out of the defendant's vehicle, and the officer observed an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant stated he had one glass of champagne. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The defendant consented to a breath sample, and the results were .143 and .135.
Are you saying that he has alcohol in the car while he's driving?
Sure, they just found the bottle on the driver's side. There's no indication of being cold to the touch or anything like that.
Driver's side where?
Of the vehicle, it just said it fell out of the driver's side. When the full DIMS just says they observed a long neck beer bottle fall out of his vehicle on the.
Caught in 4000 with a fake name, Mr. Samuels Bobby Samuel strayed to dodge a warrant by giving the wrong identity twice. But when tech gets involved, you can't outrun it. That mobile AFIS scanner, game over. Pro tip, if you know you've got a warrant, maybe don't answer the door. What would you have done in his shoes?
Driver's side, and that's the only thing that it mentions.
Can you run his license, run him, see if he has any prior DWIs,
Yes.
and then his license?
Your Honor, he has no priors and his license is eligible.
Mr. Muobodo, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand? You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. If you don't have car insurance, likewise, you're not allowed to drive. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. You are Mr. Samuels.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with failure to identify oneself to a peace officer while being a fugitive from justice. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 28th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a suspicious person call on Montgomery Road in Harris County, Texas. The officer arrived on scene and was informed by the caller that there was a male at the above location that had a warrant and that he was sitting on the steps in front of the apartment. When the officer arrived, he did not observe a male on the steps, so he knocked on an apartment and the defendant answered the door. The officer told him he received a call at the location and asked him to identify himself. The defendant stated his name was Levante Samuels with a date of birth of December 7th with no year given. The officer had officers on scene run the defendant NCIC, TCIC, and nothing came back. The officer asked the defendant again for his name, and he informed him the same name. An assisting officer on scene informed him that the defendant was the wanted person, so the officer detained the defendant.
See now, listen up. This is where Judge Fleischer lays down the law like a pro. No alcohol, no unprescribed meds, and no driving without insurance. It may sound harsh, but it's actually pretty standard for bond conditions. Judges don't just care about past behavior, they want to prevent future messes too. Think these rules are fair, or a bit too much? Drop your take below.
The officer placed the defendant in handcuffs and thoroughly searched him before placing him in the back of the patrol vehicle, and was shown the defendant's mugshot and asked the defendant again if he would tell me his correct name, and he proceeded to tell the officer that I already got it. So I asked for a unit with a mobile AFIS, and the officer used the mobile AFIS and was waiting on the defendant, who then stated his name was Bobby Samuels. The officer then had dispatch confirm the warrant, and the defendant stated that he had told him the wrong name because he knew he had a warrant. The warrant was confirmed, and the officer took the defendant into custody.
So you had an open, what, felony warrant?
I'm trying to find what it was. It was an AFM warrant, an assault family member. I'm trying to see where it's.
It's a felony warrant.
It's a felony warrant, Your Honor.
Mr. Samuels, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm not putting any conditions on your bond. Just be careful. Don't pick up any new cases. I'm going to protect my community. If I find that you pick up a new case, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? No more PR bonds. Do you have the ability to hire lawyers, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. I'll have Deputy Miranda give you one. I'll take a look. I'll have you sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll have you fill out the application. I'll take a look, see whether you qualify.